Alright, hey everybody. We're going to do a video on how to cut a brisket today. Number one, because when we sell whole meats, it's nice to keep them whole until our customers are going to use them for their family or party or catering, whatever it is. If they don't want it sliced, if they want to keep it whole, this will give a nice little tutorial on how to actually cut a brisket. But also, our staff here at Treviño's is pretty much all ladies, and a bunch of them are learning how to cut. So I'm going to do this video for them as well. They are awesome and excited to learn. So we're going to do a little how-to today. So we've got whole brisket, just unwrapped. Put this away. Oh, and also, hi, I'm Sarah Treviño, wife of the pit master, and I am typically the cutter during service. So training up some of our girls on how to cut, and this is for them and this is for you at home if you are interested in learning how to cut a whole brisket. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate the point from the flat. So this is the moist end, if you will, and then this is the more lean side. So you're going to find kind of where the point ends, and you're just going to cut it right there, almost in the middle. And then you've got these two nice, beautiful halves of brisket. So if it's put back together, when you cut that in half, your flat is on this side, and you're just going to continue slicing this way down the flat. So we'll do that first. And I'm going to keep this point over here because it's a little more complicated. On the flat, I typically do about a 1/4 inch slice. You can see that right there. Looking really nice. Lay it right here beside so they can all fall over on each other. You got to get a good knife. I always tell the girls, longer cuts with the knife, use a little bit of force. You know, you don't have to saw it, and then watch the angle of your blade. Make sure it stays straight up and down the whole time. Or if you're going at an angle for any reason, make sure you stay at that angle so then your slices are uniform all the way through. So you can see here I'm getting to the end of the point. And all these slices were in the same direction. And then you've got that whole point cut, or not the point, you've got the whole flat cut up right there and ready to go. So we're going to move her out of the way right there. So now to the point. So imagine this was still full brisket. We cut this guy off right here, and then you're actually going to turn it and cut the opposite direction. So these cuts are going to be perpendicular to the flat. And the first thing you're going to do once you turn it 90 degrees is you're going to find that fat cap. And it's really easy to feel. I mean, the whole point is pretty moist and fatty, but one side is going to feel a lot more squishy than the other, and that's where you're going to start. So that's where you're going to get your burnt end, and that's where you're going to start your slices. This side is the best part. People that like moist brisket are going to request this side. So the first thing I'll do is just cut off a good chunk on that side. That's your burnt end. Looking beautiful, marbled. And I'll typically save that all day, for just in case I get a request for burnt ends, or if somebody really wants like good moist brisket, that would be your burnt end slices. So I will take those and just cut them into little bites. My favorite thing to do is eat these. If I have one left over at the end of the day, I'll eat them on our street corn or our queso mac. So delicious. So now, just a reminder, and so y'all can see, this is the first cut of the brisket, straight down the middle, and then we turned it, and we're gonna start cutting those slices on the point right here. Sometimes, depending on how the trim is, you'll have a little bit more fat still in here, and I'll kind of slice that out as well. But this is pretty nice. We can just get going right there on her. Cuts on the point are going to be closer to about a 1/2 inch. So you can see that 1/2 inch slice, very beautiful. Again, I'll lay it down right there so it can fall onto itself and keep everything together. This part of the brisket can be a little bit more difficult to cut. Falls apart a little bit easier because there is so much fat content, so be careful. Add a little pressure. If your bark is a little tough, like on the very point of the brisket, I'll keep my hand there to keep it from crumbling apart. Cut that first and then get down into the other side. So once you get through kind of the best part of the point, we'll typically start to see less fat content on this side. This is still delicious brisket, but I'll usually save this part for sandwiches. Obviously makes a really good chopped sandwich, but even a good sliced sandwich on this other side. So we'll keep on cutting. I'll show y'all the difference in the two sides. So we'll take the first slice on the good side. So you can see, still really, really delicious brisket, but just the visually, that first side where the fat cap is, just prettier for a plate. So that's typically what we'll use on our 1 meat plate or 2 meat plates. I'll usually put these slices on there with whatever other meats. And on a 1 meat, I'll do a slice of lean and a slice of moist if our customers don't request only lean or only moist. But that's it. That's the whole brisket cut up and ready to go. I'll give y'all a good look at it. And if y'all got any other questions, comment down below, and hopefully we can help y'all out with those. Let's take a look at it. Thank y'all so much. Let us know what you want to learn how to cut next. I know ribs are always a fun one.